The week began with a big shock for big U.S. tech companies. A brand new AI chatbot out of China sent ripples through American markets and triggered a plunge in U.S. tech stocks. It's called DeepSeek. The new open source AI language model exploded into the news cycle over the weekend. It replaced US-based OpenAI's GPT as the most downloaded app on Apple's store. Perhaps most significantly, the firm claims it's been able to do what US-based artificial intelligence does at a fraction of the cost. Now, some users have been testing out DeepSeek for a few months already. Joining us is one of those users, Steve DiPaola, a cognitive-based AI computer scientist. He is also a professor at SFU, where you formed that new department looking at human-centric systems of AI. We appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
First of all, you've been using it for a while. How does DeepSeek work?
Well, it's very similar to other large language models. So a large language model is just a chatbot. Mm-hmm. So many of your viewers would know ChatGPT. This is something that you can type a prompt into and get an answer back. Mm-hmm. This is right similar to all those, except it already is at the best of any of them. Mm-hmm. And it's cheaper and a number of other innovations.
When you say cheaper, what's the number? How much did it cost for them to develop this?
To develop it, it was $6 million, which is far, far less than typical. Mm-hmm. In fact, typically the idea is when you want to do this, in the case of Elon Musk, or what was discussed by Oracle as well too, is you spend billions on these data centers. This group did it in a way without needing that level of work.
And perhaps hence why we've seen this stock price plunge in the U.S. There's concern out there, isn't there?
Yes,
what they've spent.
There's three innovations of this new system. One is right off the bat, doing it cheaper. It's as good as the best any other ChatGPT. Two is not only was it faster to make, it's faster to use. So when you're using it, and these systems have to go up to a GPU farm and come back down, it's spending a lot less time. So that's less energy, good for the environment, but they can charge much cheaper per token. Mm-hmm. And the last innovation is that it's open source, and that's the big scary one. And open source is just something we do in Canada and other places as well. It means that anyone can use this and change it in any way. So we have companies already on a Montreal site. There's 400 variants of this. Mm. So if you could do it cheaper, better, faster, it really changes or disrupts all of Silicon Valley.
And really disrupts what the U.S., I think, saw as its dominance in this sphere. And this comes as the U.S. government was spending $500 billion on Project Stargate. What does this innovation, DeepSeek, do for that now?
It changes the story from it's the big tech bros, billionaires that say, we own all this, because no one has that kind of money, and therefore it's all ours. The rest of the world has to use ours and pay our prices. What we're seeing now is a whole group of independent way of doing it, and it has huge advantages, I think, for Canada. It means that you could build these systems cheaper and easier for small companies, in cultural institutions. So it's changing everything from it's got to go to this central source, which was this kind of billionaire grouping, and now we could all do it kind of locally.
How do you think the U.S. industry, particularly Silicon Valley, is going to react? What do you think they ought to do?
Well, I think what's going to happen, and we're seeing in as little as 1 month, is it's the chance that the entrepreneurs are coming. Mm-hmm. So if you can do the smaller, better, cheaper, we're going to see smaller companies doing it. There's been some comments, no one can do this with less than a $10 billion company, and that's just not true anymore. And this is the advantage here in Canada, too. I think that we could build cloud services up here that would, that could use our hydro energy, so it's better for the environment, that is open, that has our version of privacy and security. So I think what you're going to see, whether it's old Silicon Valley or some new version, is a new fleet of companies coming in.
Steve DiPaola, we appreciate your time and your expertise. Always great to chat with you.
Thank you.